Sean Diddy Combs' fate has been determined. After weeks of testimony in the rap mogul's sex trafficking trial, a New York jury has issued its verdict. Combs was found not guilty on count 1, racketeering conspiracy. As to count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 1, Cassie Ventura, he was also found not guilty. On count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution, also pertaining to victim 1, Cassie Ventura, and commercial sex workers, he was found guilty. Combs was found not guilty on count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 2, aka Jane. And count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution, also pertaining to victim 2, Jane, and commercial sex workers, he was found guilty. Since May, the prosecution has been arguing that the Bad Boy Records founder had used his sprawling network of employees to carry out illegal activity, including orchestrating days-long freak-offs that required an onslaught of illegal substances and sex workers around the country. Combs' former employees, including assistants George Kaplan, who received immunity for his testimony, as well as Capricorn Clark and a woman who was only called Mia during the trial, had taken the stand to share their experiences working for him.
Yeah, as you see there, P. Diddy found not guilty on 3 major cases there and found guilty on 2 men hack. So I know there are a lot of mixed reaction, but it's what they put before the jurors and the evidence, who can prove. And that is why we get this result. And we see here where the prosecutors overextend their hands. And I know that P. Diddy lawyers would hand over evidence, and I'm sure that they review those evidence and would see conflicted evidence given by these two victims. I don't know if there's no other victim that comes forward, but I know these evidence didn't portray them to be a victim based on the back and forth text. And we are not saying they are not victim, but based on damning evidence, it says otherwise. Yes, and imagine the judge from the start, the beginning of this case, denying bail nearly 8 months, and I think the judge would believe that the prosecutor have a strong case against PD, which they didn't. The jurors came back with a no guilty for 3 major case. And when it comes October for sentencing, and the judge would have to use the guideline, being that he's a first time offender in the eyes of the law. So, in my opinion, I believe that he will get at least time served or 2 years. And, the maximum is 10 years. And although he get charged for 2 men's act, it's just the same charge. So his maximum time would be 10 years if the judge go that direction. But I believe he cannot go that direction. You have to use the guidance of the law and what it says pertaining to a first time offender, and you have to use those guidelines. So that's my take.